Morning, everyone. Morning, everyone. I hope everyone's well this morning. Sorry about yesterday. It wasn't very well at all yesterday. So, yeah, feeling a bit better today. Still not quite there, but a bit better than I was yesterday. So, I can't let all the fans down. I need to turn up, don't I? Can't be having 2 days off at a time. So, thanks for all the well wishes from everyone. By the way, the messages. Yeah, I think it was just a bit of a bug, to be honest with you, everyone. But yeah, thanks for the well wishes. A few people sent messages in that and appreciate it. Thank you very much. Like I say, I hope everyone's well. The sun is out today. There we go. In the northwest, up in Oldham, the sun is out. The sky is blue. So it should be a lovely day. Let's hope so. And let's hope it's a lovely day for everyone else. I hope you all enjoyed your Mother's Day, you ladies out there, at the weekend, and I hope you also enjoyed the result against Liverpool at the weekend as well. Very unexpected point for Tottenham, and to be fair, you know, I haven't really given appraisal's not the right word. Well, I suppose it is the right word, but I haven't really said what I thought about the performance. So look, it's pretty simple for me. None of us expected us to get anything. We all thought we was going to get battered at the end of the day. And on top of that, I thought we actually saw a little bit of something from Tottenham at the weekend. Was it that bit of fight there that we haven't seen for a while? Bit of desire from a lot of the players. And overall, really pleased. Really pleased. Bit couldn't work out what was going on with a formation and players, you know, Sousa over on the right and Spence over. Oh yeah. Anyway, it was a bit all over the place, but listen, they fought hard. They got a point. It wasn't and let's be honest here, I have to be real. It wasn't your vintage Liverpool by any stretch of the imagination. I think they're for whatever reason, they seem to be struggling a bit at the moment as well. Obviously not to the problems that we've got, but listen, the boys fought. They got a point, an unexpected point. It kept us out of the bottom three. On we go to Atletico Madrid in the Champions League tomorrow night. Hopefully they can, I don't know, nick a win, a draw, whatever. See how they go tomorrow. I'm not too sure what sort of team they're going to put out tomorrow night, or whether he'll go strong or what he's going to do, or save players for the weekend at Forest. It's a massive game at the weekend for me, and I will be there, by the way, going to my second game in 25 years. Protest or not, I'm going to the game. I'm going in there to cheer the boys on. And like I said to all you lot earlier in the week, I will have my shout at Enoch out as well. Maybe not during the game, might be in half time, might be in whatever. But I will go and do both. It doesn't mean I can't support the team on the pitch just because I don't agree with the regime. And I will do like everyone else does. You know, we're entitled to our different opinions, but we can still support the team at the end of the day. So let's have a few hellos. Let's get in and say a few hellos. Well, Lee's in early doors. Big up to you, Lee. May the force be with you. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah, we'll get on to the. We'll have a little chat about the Athletico game in a minute and see how we go with that. Lee's in. Morning to you, Lee. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. Kate says, "Hi, handsome. I hope you are feeling much better, love. Yep, feeling better today. Thanks very much, Kate. Weather is 10 degrees. It's cold, but the sun's coming out. Well, the weather report, like I say, Kate. Nice and sunny out there. We're probably about the same temperature as you. I think the wind's calmed down a bit. And I think I might be helping the missus put some glass in the allotment today, as we had a load smashed the other day from that windy day we had. Nightmare, absolute nightmare. But there you go. So, yeah, glass replacing today. I think that's today's job. Morning to you, Kate. Marianne's in. Good morning, Cookie. Hope you're 100% well again. Good morning to the chat too. Yep, thanks, Marianne. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Much better, thank you. And to Simon as well. Thank you, Simon. Appreciate that. Kate, I'm sure this is the first time you've said this, you know. I don't ever remember seeing this at all before. She says, Lang out, wet lettuce. Absolutely. Get him out. Jose's in this morning. Morning to you, Jose. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you are well. Thanks for popping in, fella. Appreciate it. Mario's in as well this morning. Good morning, Mark. Hope all is well. Are you still coming down for Forest despite no protest? I most certainly will be, Mario. We will be down there for the game. Be leaving nice and early on Sunday morning, probably somewhere around 6-ish. And I pick my son up on the way down, pick the Danalist up on the way down as well. He's coming to the game. We're still trying to sort him a ticket out, but hopefully we'll be able to do that. But yeah, we'll be there, mate. We'll be there. So we'll speak later in the week whereabouts we're going to be, and hopefully we'll be able to meet a few of you that are going to the game. He follows that up with good morning to the chat as well. Absolutely, everyone's in this morning. It's lovely to see. Lovely to see. Jimmy's in. Big up Cookie and the chat from the sunny northwest. See, I don't lie, people. I don't lie. It's sunny out there. Jimmy's just confirmed it for me. Big up to you, Jim. Ange is in. Another great day. Morning all. There you go, Ange. Absolutely. It's another day. We're here. We're here and we're getting on with it, mate, as we do. Looking forward to tomorrow night. I think it could be an interesting game, to be fair. What are people's thoughts on tomorrow night? You know, got to find 4 goals if we want to go through. That's without conceding. So is it just is it for you like put a few of the youngsters in tomorrow night? Or are you like, well, you know what, it is what it is. We are where we are and let's have a go. No, I just wondered what your thoughts were. Because obviously we've still only got the, 13 or 14 fit players. I think Gallagher will be back. So, I don't know. I don't know what you think. I'm just thinking confidence-wise. You know, I don't want to go into the Athletico match and we end up getting battered and then the confidence is back on the floor again after the well-deserved point, if you like, I thought, on Sunday. Yeah, absolutely, Joe. It was rough as anything yesterday, mate, I've got to tell you. And Sunday, to be honest with you. Sunday night, I went very well either. But there you go. Big up to you, Joe. Hope you're well, mate, this morning. Dom's in. Good morning to Dom. Good morning, Mark, in the chat. Come on, you Spurs, all the way from a cloudy Bedford. It's always bloody cloudy in Bedford, Dominic. Every time you give your weather report, it seems like it's cloudy where you are. Nice to see you. Do you know how to hold them? You missed a word there. Of Jose, I don't know. Still early, mate. Do you know how to hold them? See? I got it in the end, Jose. Big up to you, mate. Kate, Mark, you're not well, handsome, but great to see you back. That's the main thing. Yeah, all back, Kate. Thanks again for everyone for the well wishes. Appreciate it. Like I say, it's just a bug, and I assume that's what it was anyway. And yeah, I feel a lot better this morning. Lee says Igor the Terrible is still there and will be there against Forest. Big mistake, Lee says. Lee, I don't know if it is at the moment, you know, and the reason being is, the only reason I say this is, Lee, is because, you know, you've got the game tomorrow night and then you've got Forest at the weekend. Then there's a 3-week break. So would it disrupt it more if you got someone in like right now after the Liverpool game? Because you know what Spurs are like, you know, and who's going to come to Spurs at the moment anyway? That's the other thing, apart from, you know, all the ex-Tottenham players that want to get back in there, you know, to try and save Spurs. So I'm thinking like, Lee, maybe it is best just to carry on the continuity of the Liverpool result, see how it goes tomorrow night, and then Forest at the weekend. And then once that game's out of the way, even though we all sit there and say, oh, it's a massive game, it's a big 6-pointer, there'll still be, what, Lee, 9, 8, still be 7 left. There'll still be 7 games left. And you get that massive 3-week gap in between. So if they did want to pull anyone else in, because for argument's sake, we got beat, I don't know, tomorrow night, and then we get beat on Sunday, that choice is there then, I suppose. I don't know, Lee. I don't know. I think sometimes it can be about timing. Do you know what I mean? And perhaps they're just going to see out, after the point at the weekend. I think if they'd have got beat at the weekend, he maybe would have probably gone, especially if we'd have got battered. But, I think they've made it clear he's staying for now. So let him have these 2 games. If it all goes wrong, they've got an option before the 3-week break. I don't know, but look, that's just my opinion, Lee, and anyone else, It's so difficult, Lee. They've put us in such a difficult position, mate, now, aren't they? Them upstairs, I mean. Such a difficult position. Big up to Ghosted. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. Logan's in. Good morning to you, Logan. I hope you're well, fella. Yeah, a lot better today, mate. Thank you very much. Who, me? Was it me? You sure it was me, Anthony? Unless it was me. I don't know. I can't remember an hour ago, mate, at the moment. My head's still going around in circles. We're feeling rough, to be honest with you. Anthony, big up, Mark. Come on, you Gunners. I see your comments on Sava's show last night, so we're going to bottle it. I don't think you'll bottle it now, mate, to be honest with you. I think it'll be the biggest bottle in history if you don't win it now. But it'd be mad to think that you lot are going to bottle it now. It's in your hands now, isn't it? Unless it was the other Mark. Might have been Sheriff. I don't know, mate. I don't know. I don't remember saying that, though. But big up to you, mate. Big up to you. Where are we? Milton's in. Morning to Milton. Susie looked good. Coincidence, we get a result without QE and VDV. And this is another thing that I wanted to mention. I was going to bring this up a bit later, but I'll put it out there now. Danzo and Dragusin at the weekend. Now, for me, Big Kev, he's just one of them, isn't he? I think he's just got that fight in him. He's not the greatest defender in the world. Don't get me wrong, I call him a big blocker. Do you know what I mean? Proper old school defender. Proper old school. Hasn't got that much pace about him. Puts his foot in, gets his nut on everything, and looks like he talks a little bit as well. So I don't know what your feelings are with the Forest game next week. Do you bring Romero back in and pair him with Danzo and leave Dragusin out? Or is it Mickey that's back? Can't remember which way round it is now. I've had so many suspensions. I don't know who's back when. And I think Romero's close to being back. Sure he's back for Forest, isn't he? But what pairing would you like to see against Forest? Would you go back to VDV and Romero if they're available? Or if one of them's available, bring them in and pair them up with Danzo? Be interesting to see what happens now, because there's a lot of people saying, look at the result we got, like Milton, without QT and VDV in the side. They seem to have a bit more fight about them. Don't know, let me know what you think. Sonny's in. Morning, Sonny. Good morning. You all right, everyone? Supposed to have my first job at 10, delayed till 12. So I thought I'd say hello. Big up to you, Sonny. Thanks for popping in, mate. Appreciate it. Colin's in as well this morning. Big up to you, Colin, as always. Borodar Cookie, the way the player sprinted back just after we scored when Liverpool counter-attacked us said a lot to me. There you go. I think, you know, I think it was noticeable to see, Colin, that the effort was there, and as a more of a team as well. You know, and again, we commentated on the game after the first 15 minutes, which was a nightmare with me telly. But you know, according to the stats, Liverpool had 0 big chances. We had 2. And I think we had more shots on target than them as well. Don't get me wrong. I think Liverpool had a lot more possession in the game. But we looked more of a team. We had a bit of a shape to us. You know, when we was defending, at least we had a bit of a shape to us. We kept losing the ball, kept giving the ball away again. But, you know, it's one step at a time. Like I say, no one thought that we'd get anything. Or pretty much everyone thought we wouldn't get anything. And then, you know, we go and nick a point, and it was a good point at the end of the day. And again, I will say it's not a vintage Liverpool team, and it's not you know, I can't give credit on one side and then say that Liverpool were absolutely fantastic and we matched them all the way. We matched what was in front of us at the end of the day. Not the best Liverpool team that there's been at the moment. Like I say, they've got their own issues going on, not to our extent, but you know, we got the point. We went in there, got a point. So fair play to the lads. Fair play to them. Got us off 29 points, and on we go from here. At the end of the day, massive game on Sunday. Massive game. Could definitely be a reason. Ange, you know, I agree with that. I agree with that to a point. I do. I do agree with that to a point. Rest in peace, man. Kate says she just wants to beat Forest more than the Champions League. Kate, I'm with you. Just be nice to have an half-decent performance on Wednesday night and carry that confidence into Forest. You know, that would be a nice thing to happen. And again, when we play Forest on Sunday, let's see that again. You know, I don't want them to feel like they're under pressure from home fans. Go and do it again and add a bit of football to it as well. You know, Forest are going to come and have a go anyway if they get the chance. They know that we've got a terrible home record. Be a very interesting game Sunday. Very interesting. The setups will be interesting. Be interesting to see what Igor does, if he sticks with what he's got, or he brings players back in. I don't think anyone really knows what Igor's got going around in his head, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, we'll probably be around there, Mario, but obviously Sheriff's not there. I've got to drive into near the ground somewhere, park up. I'll probably be driving to Anfield somewhere and then get the bus in up the high road, to be honest with you. I'll probably do that because the trains are off, aren't they, coming in from that way. So I'll probably park up in the top end of Anfield somewhere, getting on near it, Edmonton, spit it out, Mark. And then I'll just get the old bus in up to the ground. Oh, Kate, absolutely. All I can say is, Kate, right, and I promise you this, right, when it goes quiet in there, there's more than me that are going to be shouting it. And hopefully we'll get a bit of something going round in the ground. Let's see. Like I say, no one can tell me I can't not support my football team, but still have a bone with the people that run it. And if there's not going to be a protest outside, then I'll have my own little one in there, but I'll make sure it doesn't affect while the game's going on. I think that's fair, isn't it? There you go. I did notice this against Liverpool. And he did say he would do it. And to be fair, if he had to go long, he'll go long and get players around the ball from the knockdown. We spoke about this before even his first game. And they started to do that against Liverpool, to be fair. There were some long balls going out, especially early doors. Yeah, up to Solanke, up to Richie, and they were getting players further up the pitch, which was good to see, because it's just not coming back straight away then. At least it's giving us half a chance. Mate, sorry. This was going on the other day as well with fake accounts and all that, mate. I do apologise. I'll have to get Sheriff on this, mate, when he gets half hour to sort this out, because I don't think you're the only one, mate, to be honest with you. But apologies, Ghosted. A morning to you, mate. Morning to you. Morning, Angus. Hope you're well, mate. You must be well. Top of the league. If you don't, like I say, if you don't win it now, mate. There you go. Man, I don't know. Ghosted. I don't know how to sort all that sort of stuff out, mate. I'm only being honest with you. I'll get the Sheriff on it, mate. I'll speak to him about it. All right. Sorry if I click on him again. 771. Right. Okay. Okie dokie. Thank you, Ghosted. Sonny says, if we get the first goal tomorrow and not concede, we can take this game to them. Hope we show up like Liverpool. Yeah, it'd be nice, mate. It would be nice if we got the first goal, Sonny, to be fair. Give them a bit of a G up, wouldn't it? I'd already arranged it, Joe, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be on, so I thought, well, I'll go to the game at the same time. Like I say, it'll only be the second time in 25 years. And listen, Joe, probably wouldn't have gone, Joey, to be fair, if I knew the protest was off, because I'm all about the protest first and then going into the game and having a bit in there as well. You know, but people have done things to sort tickets out. Who am I to say, no, I ain't coming now? You know? So, but I'll still be down there for the other games when the protests are on. Even if I haven't got a ticket, I will be down there. I'll get in the car and drive down. We'll see what happens later on, you know, with regards to other protests. Because what I don't want to see is, Joey, to be honest with you, is everyone jumps on the bandwagon for Everton last game of the season. I thought it was going to be a nice, you know, see who turns up this weekend. All right, if you get 200 there, you get 200 there, right? But then it moves on to the next game, and it moves on, and it moves on until you get to the Everton game. You know, because we need to let them know. Just doing it at the Everton game, I don't think is enough. The season's over for them as far as they're concerned. Because for me, it's about protesting against it, whether you go down or whether you stay up. It's about both. Morning, CEM. Hope you're well, mate. Yeah, all sorted, mate. All sorted, Sully. All sorted. Yeah, like I say, we're just trying to sort Danalist one out now. So so he can get into the game. But you know what it's like with these CRN number stuff and all that. It's just a nightmare, mate. But we're sorting it. We are getting there slowly. Daz is in. Morning to you, Daz. Hope you're well, mate. Morning, I made it. Yids, he says. Get in, Daz. There you go. Any spares, let Sonny know too. There you go. Logan says his thoughts. He's not too bothered if we lose. Prem is far more important. Agreed on that, Logan. For me, it is too. Morning to Rooney Spurs. Hope you're well, mate. All the way from Norway. Big up to you. Morning to you. Daz says win tomorrow, but go out. Possibly that's, you know, that'll be the obviously win and go through. You know what I mean? But if they can get a nick a win tomorrow, even if they do go out, it's a good thing for us, isn't it? Winning at home at the moment, so we haven't done it very often. Cannot concede early, or else the tie is done. We can't concede at all, I don't think, Angus, to be honest with you. But we'll see. We'll see. Steve says, good morning. Hope you're feeling better. Yes, Steve, thank you. As for tomorrow night, we need an Ajax-style comeback. Nothing is impossible. It's not, Steve. Early goal, like Sonny said earlier on. Get an early one, see what happens. Just see what happens. Mario says, be very pleased with any sort of win, even a draw tomorrow night, to carry on that momentum for Forest. Because let's face it, that's the most important game probably in our Prem history. I would say since the Champions League final. As in a game, but Prem history, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that, Mario. Probably is. It probably is. To be fair, it's a massive game, isn't it? Dom says the Sun's just finding it a struggle to get through. You need to have a word with the weather gods, Dom. Have a word with the weather gods. Sonny says he'd go full strength at first. But if we concede, maybe, if the score don't look good, then change it maybe. Let's go for it. He's up at 4 a.m, he says. Yeah, I'll be up early, Sunday does. No doubt about that. I'll be up by 4 time, I would imagine. And then when I'm ready to go, I will leave. And there he is. The man's in. The man, the myth, the legend. Big up to you, Phil. Hope you're well, mate. Thanks for popping in and thanks for all you're doing, mate. Really appreciate it. Cheers, mate. Georgie One Foot's in. Morning to you. Hope you're well. That's it. Mark Fan TV. Absolutely, we are. Phil's flying this morning. Look, he's getting in the mood already. He's getting in the mood already. Coys. Here we go. Carl Slim Blue, morning to you. Hope you're well. There you go. Sorted by Ghosted. Phil says, happy St. Patrick's Day, one and all. Absolutely. Absolutely happy St. Patrick's Day. I've been in New York on St. Patrick's Day, to be honest with you. Very green, indeed. Very green. It's mad over there. Absolutely mad over there. Jimmy says, big decisions this weekend. Does Romero and VDV start and Danzo get dropped? Do you know what? I think a lot of it will depend on it. He got a bit of a knock, didn't he, Jimmy? He got a bit of a knock. So whether they say he's fit or not or whatever, I know what if he's fit, I'll play Danzo and I'll come back to that. I don't know which one because VDV ain't in my good books at the moment. So there you go. I'll come back to this one with probably Romero, but then you're 2 right footers, aren't you? Then so. You know, if you want it to be a left footer at left centre back and a right footer at right centre back, you'll play VDV and Danzo, or you drop Danzo and just go back to VDV and Romero. Be interesting to see what your thoughts are now on these two. Whether you'd go with a Danzo and a Dragosin just because you don't want Romero and VDV playing in the team because of their attitudes and whatever else, the permanent red cards and so on, or would you go back with them again because basically they are our best players? Are they going to put it in? This is the question. And says most of Ranger players should be back at the end of the international break. Come on hard like a freight train. Stay up with points to spare. Again, let's hope so, mate, because they've got to get back up to fitness as well. You know, match fitness. And you know what a dog is like. Just when you think you've got him right again, he breaks down again. You know, we don't know with Kudos. Let's hope he comes back. He's got a bit of spring in his legs and he can get us going as well. Bergvall as well. He's meant to be coming back, so that gives you another option in the middle of the park as such. Sonny says he's on the Guinness later on. Daniel's in. Morning to Daniel. Hope you're well, mate. Good morning to you. There you go. It was the Sheriff. See, I didn't think that was me that had come out with something like that. You know, to me, you should be winning the league now, Angus. And if you don't, it's the biggest bottle job in history with whatever it is, 7 or 8 games to go. Honestly. Let's see how you go. Yep, Daniel says, happy St. Patrick's Day. Sonny says they always bottle it in Europe. There you go. It's all right. You're all right, Anthony. No worries, mate. Well, I'll be one of them. Milton, we're going nowhere, mate. Up, down, whatever. We're here to stay, mate. We're not going anywhere. We'll bring you everything from the Championship if we go down. Everything. We'll work it out. Thanks, Lee. Appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely, everyone. Hit the like button if you don't mind. Make me feel a bit better today. Get us up to that 50 mark. And hit the sub button if you haven't. Yeah, hit the sub button. I'm not on YouTube for one day and I lose 2 subs. What's going on? Have a word. I said we lose 2 subs. Hit the sub button for us. Do us a favour. Come on, you lot. There you go, mate. There you go. He is. He's just old school defender, Colin, isn't he? He's just old school. There you go. Angus, keep a lookout for us, mate, if you don't mind. There you go. Angus will sort it with you, Ghosted and Kate. Anthony's in. Big up, Cooking the Chat. You feel a lot better today? Absolutely. Yep, a lot better today. Anthony, thank you. Appreciate it. Mario says, I would stick with the same team v Forest. They deserve to start again. Play VDV and Romero tomorrow. I do not trust them too. They've lost their heads too many times and have cost us. Interesting that, Mario. Interesting. Magic Trees in. Morning, chaps. Sun's out in beautiful Shropshire. Lovely. Beautiful. Love it when the sun's out. Can't be doing with this crap, windy, damp, pissing down with rain weather. It does my arthritis in, to be quite honest with you. And it don't do the old fibromyalgia much good either, to be honest. Milton says, I would sit out VDV, have Romero, Radu, Porro, Sousa back 4. Thing is he going to play a back 4, Milton? This is the thing. Because he's got this thing with setting up with a 3 and having the wing backs a bit higher. So, yeah, just have to say, I don't think anyone knows what this geezer's going to do until the team sheet comes out, to be honest, and especially what positions they're going to be in. We'll see. Anthony says, Cutie and VDV as a pair are shocking. Speaker of Truth's in. Morning to you, sir. Morning to you too. Hope you're well. Yeah, Richie's suspended for tomorrow night. Everyone available for Forest, I think. So it'll be, if he goes 2 up top tonight, he'll go Mawani and Solanke. But then again, he could just go 1 up top tonight. In the thought of Richie's back at the weekend, if one of them gets injured, then he's only got the 2 again then. Just thinking ahead a little bit. So I don't know. Again, we'll see. I don't think anyone knows what he's going to do. Where am I? Berlin Lounge is in. Morning to you. Morning to you, Berlin. I hope you're well. I hope you're well this morning. Roy's in. We know, Roy. We know. I hope you're well, Roy. I hope you're well, mate. Magic says, I hate it when we beat top 6 teams and pundits focus how bad the opposition was. Just want a bit of respect. I get you. I'm just being honest, Magic. I don't know if you heard. Thought Spurs, showed that fight that we've all been asking for. Showed a bit of something about ourselves. Listen, I can't be on one side and on the other. I don't think it was the best Liverpool version of Liverpool. Yeah, but we did what we did against who we did it against. So it is what it is. We got a point. Be happy. Hopefully the confidence will go up a little bit and we move on from there. I know Spurs can play a lot better than that. I've seen Spurs teams play a lot better than that, but they done well. I thought they did well, to be fair. And especially second half, that last half an hour, we seemed like we was trying to push on a little bit as well, looking for that equaliser, and we got it. We got it in the end. Fair play to them, fair play. They showed a bit of bollocks at the end of the day. We normally go up there and get absolutely zilch, So let's take the point and move on from there. Yeah, absolutely. It's a big game Sunday. Sonny says he'd rather win against Madrid and go through to the next round. Lots of positive reaction from Spurs fans from the Liverpool result. And of course, it's a good point, but question coming up for you all. Oh, he's got Berlin might put a question in. There you go. Probably has. I haven't got there yet. Berlin, I've got to say, right, I didn't think it was the best version of Liverpool, but that doesn't mean we didn't deserve the point. Now, we have to move on from that now. Yeah, and see how we go. Try and improve a little bit more. Try and give a little bit more again, and hopefully we can get something from that game against Forest. This is true. This is very true. They're not very good away. They're not very good away at all. Hang on, the missus is in. There she is. Thanks, sweet. So, refreshments are in the house. Let me just move that over there. Sorry, I'm not headbutting the telly. Let's move that over there. I've got this here then. There we go. Right. Ange finished 38 points in the EL Trophy. We won't get that this year. So Ange wasn't the worst manager. Yes, Sonny. Richie is banned from Madrid. I think he's the only one out. And that's what I'm saying about, I don't know if they'll go 1 up top, 2 up top, because he's back for Forest. So does he risk 2 up top and one of them getting injured? I don't know what he will do. You can't work out how he's gonna do it. But we need goals at the end of the day, don't we? So, and this is very important from Steve as well. Don't forget Forest have to travel away on Thursday in the Europa League and are 1 down. That's true as well. And it's not the late kickoff on Sunday, is it? It's the 2:15. So that's another couple of hours. If you think that makes a difference. Cool. Joe's having it in Perth, Western Australia, 37 degrees, 4 days of it. Cool, lovely. Beautiful. Vindaloo's in. Morning to you, Vinders. Morning, Cookie. Can I call the sheriff Crumbs? Because then it will be Cookie and Crumbs. Well, it is a breakfast show. Listen, there you go. There you go. Speak to him. I'm not going to mention that. Vindaloo. I'll let you bring that up with him. See what he thinks of that idea. There you go. Could be the name of a show, couldn't it? Could be the name of a show. Big up to you, mate. Here we go. Here's the question. Despite the team looked a lot better, the feeling amongst the fans, is it not concerning for you that Tudor said no training and no tactics for Liverpool? Does that fill you with confidence? For me, at the moment, I don't listen. That's not what we're about at the moment. We have been so bad, Berlin, that. And this is only from my perspective as well. We have been so bad, and players have not been lifting their studs up out of the turf, right? That all I want, and a lot of fans want to see from Tottenham at the moment, is that bit of fight. Now, whether Tudor's come out and said no training, no tactics for Liverpool, he's just had them running up and down, getting them fit on the training pitch, whatever, right? Because that was another problem he had. He thought a lot of them weren't fit enough. It does bother me to a point, but to the point, getting back to where I was, listen, they can't pass 5 yards. So hopefully with that bit of confidence from getting that point, it will just get slightly better again and slightly better again. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't think a lot of Spurs fans realise how through the floor Tottenham were. You know, no wins in 2026 still. You know, we're what, over halfway through March now. You know, so it was an important point just to get off that losing bandwagon. We have been so poor, Berlin, that, listen, they're professionals at the end of the day. You know, at the moment, just want to see the fight, the desire, and anything else that just gets us through. I think fitness was his big thing, Berlin, to be honest with you. He wasn't happy with how fit they were. Thanks for the question. I appreciate it. I've sort of answered it in an half decent way. If you think I've avoided it at all, just let me know. Yeah, morning to you, Vinders. Hang on a minute. This could be interesting. Used to park in Edmonton round the back of Chichester Road, where the old cigarette factory was, and then walk to White Hart Lane or take the bus. Yeah, I'm just going to, I don't know how close I want to get into Edmonton and Tottenham, to be honest with you, with the getting back out again, getting back towards the M25. You know, because it's 36,000 used to go when I used to park up round there, and now it's 60,000. So it used to be a nightmare getting out of there then. I'll have a look and see what's what, because you can park on people's driveways now and all that sort of thing. You can find, there's little apps for that now. So I'll see anyway. I'm not bothered about getting the bus, to be honest with you. I'll be there early enough so I can just jump on the bus up to the ground. Yeah, fair play to you, Sonny. Fair play. Here we go. Sully's in. Big up to you, Sully. Forest away. 3-0 defeat. We must learn from this, agreed. We were simply overpowered in midfield. We need to add physicality to compete firstly and take our chances. What are you like, Daz? I don't know, do I? Thick as two short ones. I'm just... I'll let Sheriff sort it out. That's it. Get the gov in. Get the governor in. He'll sort it. He said Frank was shit as well. Statistically, Frank's been the worst manager, I think. So I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. Ange weren't my cup of tea. I think everyone knows that. He wasn't my cup of tea. We lost too many Premier League games. Yep, won the trophy. Big up, Ange. I get that. But the league form was shocking. Magic Tree says, anyone see Sherwood on Sky yesterday morning talking sense as normal, as well as his idea of 0 points for a 0-0? I didn't see it, mate. I was curled up on the sofa, to be fair. But interesting point, that 0 points for a 0-0. With Phil P, Jose, 258. 258. That's where I am anyway. I believe it's 258. Yeah, I'm sure it is 258. What is your opinion on the protest being called off, considering I'm travelling a long way? Great question, Jamie. Great question. Listen, you know this channel. You know this channel, Jamie. You know this channel. I've got to be honest with you. I was really pissed off. Really pissed off, because for me, even though, you know, I understand the getting behind that, you know, and if people want to do that, that's fine. So why shouldn't the people that want to protest ENIC out at the same time in a different area of the outside the ground be able to do that? And then people will say, well, you can't do that. Look at the position we're in. Listen, we're in this position because of them. That's where the roads lead back to. So, like I say, I'm all for getting behind the team in the ground. I ain't got a problem with it. That they are what we've got. You know, so you've got to get behind them. I don't want to get relegated at the end of the day. But I think there's a place for everything. And I don't think just because a certain group of the fans come along and say, you know, well, we're doing this gathering, clap the players, tell them how wonderful they are, whatever it is, you should still be able to protest ENIC out. Whether people think it's the right time for it or not is another matter. You know, but for me, it shouldn't be stopping. Like I say, if 200 people turned up, and then, I don't know, the Brighton game, the next home game, you know, 500 turned up, and then the following game, 1,000 turned up, and then you get to the crescendo where 5,000 or whatever turn up. Because I guarantee you, if we're down, before the Everton game at home, at the end of the season, everyone will be there. Be on the bandwagon. Everyone will be there. Is that a good? Perhaps that is a good thing. For me, it's too late then. We need to let them know that we're not happy now. That's where I am with it. I hope that makes sense, Jamie. But I'll still be coming down to the game, and other protests, if I haven't got a ticket for a game, which I probably won't have because I can't afford to go every time, then I'll come for the protest. And if it means I drive 4 hours for half an hour of protesting, so be it. I'll go in the pub, watch the game with whoever's down there, have a few beers, or have a beer because I'll be driving, and then come home. Great question, though, Jamie. Great question. See where we are. That says no protest. Come on, let's get the relegation first. That's priority. I speak to Billy T a lot. Well, Billy T will be on. Hopefully, we've changed. It was meant to be tonight, but because I haven't been well, I spoke to Billy and he's coming on Thursday night now. So make sure you're here. Make sure you're here. Billy will be on. Sheriff will be on. I'll ask Nige if he wants to come on, and I'm sure Billy's there to talk about the football and talk about what CFT are doing as far as the protests are concerned. You know us, we'll ask him all the questions. We'll ask him whether he can answer them or not is a different matter. You know, because he might not know the answers, but we will ask the difficult questions. That's all I can say. But Daz, for me, you know, I get where you're coming from, and I'll get behind the team in the ground. But you have to understand that the reason we're in this position now is because of them. And if no one says anything, they're not going anywhere. And when we're in this shit state again next season, everyone will say, you're going to start protesting against ENIC. There's only one message, Daz. Outside of the ground, ENIC out. End of. Now, for me, that is down. I respect your opinions on what you think, by the way. Ace is in. Morning to you, Ace. Morning. This week might be crucial for the season. I thought Tudor was gone, but the players gave it their all at Anfield. The media is preying on Spurs. They'd love it, wouldn't they? They would love it if we went down. Absolutely love it. Do you know what, Eltel? Jose, I'm coming from North, and so I thought Northumberland. Oh, hang on a minute. What's he said? There is no Weaver Line service on game day, so no White Hart Lane or Bruce Cove. You can use Seven Sisters or Northumberland Park. So if I'm coming from the M25, can I get a train from like Waltham Cross or Enfield Lock or somewhere like that up to Northumberland Park, Jose? Because I heard Northumberland Park was closed as well, and that you could only get to Northumberland Park or Seven Sisters from London. So I might be getting confused there, but I heard, for me personally, there was no train services at all, Northumberland Park or White Hart Lane. But if Northumberland Park's on, I can park at Enfield Lock or Waltham Cross and jump on a train up. That will suit me even better, to be honest with you. I know I've got somewhere to park down that way. Joey says Stockholm Syndrome, some of the Spurs followers. There you go. Well, the problem is, Milton, we need to get the numbers there at the end of the day. But like I say, Forest one is off this weekend now. I'll speak to Billy on Thursday, and we'll see what the plans are. You know, that's all that we can do and try and find out. I know there's other things in the offering from other people that they're trying to get set up, and I'll find out from different people what's going on. I know Stell's trying to do something or be helpful towards someone else sorting something out, I should say, not directly involved in it, but helping people out. And there's other people as well. So let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens. Lee's thinking on Eagle coming back to me says, my thinking on sacking Eagle yesterday is Harry and Co could have had the Madrid game to see for themselves the problems and have time to sort things out for Forest. It's a sick pointer. Yeah, I get it, Lee. I get it. It's just if there was enough time to do that for them, Lee, innit? And I'm not making excuses for them, by the way. You know, they're a shit show, mate. They're a shit show. They could have bought, if they wanted to, and if they wanted to swallow their pride, they could have got a load of the Tottenham boys in a while ago, couldn't they? You know, when it first went wrong for Igor. But they haven't, and people have made it clear that they're quite happy to jump in. So I don't know. Listen, like I said weeks ago, they're down an alley now, unfortunately. Yeah, and the alley's getting narrower and narrower as every game goes by, and people can think, well, they can sit there and, you know, they won't sack the manager, and perhaps they want relegation and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, right? I don't give a toss what they want. All I want is them out, all right? Because they haven't put it into the football correctly, and it's where we are now. They bought the players at the end of the day. We can blame the players as much as we want. Yeah, and I'm not happy with a lot of the players. Yeah, but the hierarchy bought the players. They bought the level of player that we've got. And they kept changing manager, lots of players for lots of different managers, and you end up with a mismatch of not a lot. And you have to try and make the best of it to get the points required to stay up. And whatever anyone says, right, I've been a Tottenham fan for 57 years. Whether I hate the regime or not, I do not want to go down. Perhaps it might work out that if we did go down, it did work out okay, and they done whatever they did, invested in the team, or did sell up. Because what other people got to remember is, even though it doesn't make business sense, and I'll just put this out there, right? They only bought the club for 22 million. So even if they sold it for $1.5 billion plus all the debt, yeah, they're making a huge profit. I know it wouldn't work like that because they'd want the top price. But if it, you know, it could be a case of, you know, if Spurs did go down, they might have to hang on until we come back up again. And then what do you do? And this is why I say the protesting for me now was so important in this window of opportunity, because ENIC have got nowhere to turn now apart from sacking another manager and putting someone else in charge. And that's where I was with it. We could have just ramped it every week, and kept trying to build it up towards the end of the season. Big up to you, Phil, as well. He says some things never get old. Yeah, I used to do Northumberland Park because I lived at Waltham Cross when I was a kid, Sonny. So I was always on the train up to Northumberland Park and then walk up from there. I walked from Seven Sisters down to the protest the other month. That was a trek and all. It was a trek. Queen Ellie's in. Morning to you, Queen Ellie. Good morning, Cookie. Just done a promo part. Thank you so much, Ellie. Appreciate that. I really appreciate that. We know you're the go-to for the promotions, Ellie. Thank you very much. Guinness and Black. Love a pint of Guinness and Black. Not too many. I do like a pint of Guinness and Black. Daz says, drop VDV. He has no heart for Tottenham. Looks like he's the rat too, by all accounts, doesn't it? Eh? Get him out of the club, Daz says. Attack or not, Spurs need 3 goals, so they have to push forward. Yep, they do. And that will probably leave the big holes at the back, but you just try and deal with it as it comes along. Dom says, I just like Guinness as it was intended. Oh, hold on. I just like beer, full stop. Let's have a look down here. Let's just catch up a little bit because I am in half an hour behind again. Yapping too much. Let's see if I can see anyone. Here we go. The truth is not subjective is in. Hit the sub button, sir. Leeds, he says. Leeds are down there as well. Tottenham didn't beat Liverpool. We drew. Exactly, Phil. We drew. I'm hoping now I haven't missed Jose leaving me a message somewhere. But there you go. I'll have a look afterwards, Jose. Jose says, happy St. Patrick's Day to you all. May the road ride to meet you. May the wind be on your back. And may you be in heaven a half an hour before the devil knows you're dead. There you go. Speaker of Truth says, the media hates London clubs. They forever suck off a city and especially Liverpool. They don't like us, mate, do they? They don't like Spurs at all, to be fair. Let's hope we've got the luck of the Irish tomorrow. Sonny says. Here we go. My mate is a United fan, says Anthony, and said Liverpool would batter us. And then after the game, he said Liverpool aren't all that. Well, it can't be both. They either aren't all that or they would have battered us. There you go. They weren't all that, Anthony, to be fair. It's not the Liverpool I remember when Spurs have been to Anfield on many occasions. You know, they put you to the sword. And they didn't do that to us. They had chance. We had chances as well, don't get me wrong. Like I say, I thought we really, really fought well second half to get that equaliser. So, fair play. Fair play. Paige says, morning, peeps. Morning to you, Paige. Hope you're well. Big up to you, Kev. Good morning to you, mate. Yeah, maybe. Could be. Could be. He might stick Moani in. He likes Moani, doesn't he? Thinks he can get a tune out of Moani. Let's see. Sonny says, it's annoying when people said Liverpool, they grew up against us. We actually put up a fight and never folded after going 1-0 down. Not many teams come back. Anfield, agreed, Sonny. I don't think we played the best football. I'm only being honest on what I watched from the game. People see it all differently. I didn't think we played great football, but we put up a great fight. We got people behind the ball. People were chasing back. We was wide open at times, but you have to expect that when you're playing with 13 of what's left in your squad. And we was wide open at times. But, you know, we got a draw out of it at the end of the day. Miss Bunny doesn't want us to go down. Daniel says, I don't quite understand Spurs fans. Do they want to stay up and see us grind out points like against Liverpool? Or do they just want to look at stats for that match and just constantly moan? Listen, Daniel, I'm just trying to be fair with my assumption of watching the game. That's all. You know, I'm over the moon we got a point, mate. Absolutely over the moon that we got a point. It's a point we never expected. Fantastic point for me. Absolutely fantastic. Ben's in. Morning to Ben. Morning, everyone. Another day. Another Sheriff no-show. Maybe he can fix the effing roads. Coffee. Well, he's out there doing it now. He's out there doing it now, Ben. That's all I can say. Yeah, and we done it with Art Squad missing. There you go. Wembers is in. Morning to you, YouTube member. Morning, Cookie. Glad you're feeling better, mate. Your shows yesterday were indeed missed. Big up to you. Thank you very much, Wembers. Appreciate it. A5 says Frank is a plank. He's gone now. Coffee says, if we somehow stay up, we need to thank Ange for not winning a single game in 8. There you go. There you go. Sherwood was back on the schnozzle. There you go. With his views. Pete's in. Morning to Pete. 1.00. 2 points for a score draw. 4 points for a win. It'll all change again soon when it changes after a while. Ace says, seems like the players prefer a more attacking style, like the second half at Anfield. They had more fight and joy. Tudor should build on that instead of the whole season so far playing pragmatic football. Eddie was in the promo wagon. There you go, Joey. Well, we'll have to... I know you're speaking to a few people as well, so let me know what's going on, mate. What we'll have to do is, Joe, I'll have to get your bell number off you. And next time you're on a show, you can put it in the private chat, mate, and I'll make a note of it and I can give you a bell and we can talk, mate. All right? Yeah. Red's saying, yeah, but I think we need to take the control now and save the protest for later. Fair enough. Fair enough, mate. Yeah, and you do your own thing. Corey's in. He says he's been Levy out since Joel was sacked. Phil says, to be fair to Wigan, they lost 20 games on the way to relegation to win the FA Cup. Spurs exceeded that with 22. Stuart is the one that's organised or is organising the Be Happy sort of, support the players campaign. Sorry, I don't know the right wording. Support the players campaign, whatever that is. And that's where people have gone with it. So what can you do? The same change for Tottenham. I'll read the comments out. I'm sorry if people are listening, but, I'll read them out when people ain't happy as well. So, and when they're agreeing, same change for Tottenham, who had members not even show up to the last protest. Now they're cancelling protests. They're losing all credibility. There you go. Well, perhaps Billy can answer that when he comes on Thursday. Magic Tree saying we're 4 points worse off from this time last season, having played the same number of games. There we go. And I think that protected us last season as well because the 3 were so bad. Whereas this time we're a little bit worse than last season and the third place team are not. And obviously that's why we're right in it. Ulrika says, the 25 years have been way better than the 11 years under Sugar. People forget that Enoch saved us. And for those of you who hark back to Scholar, he nearly made us bankrupt. He did. He did. It went where it went at the end of the day, Ulrika. We are where we are now. And, I feel like I have to moan about Enoch because I don't feel like they want to push on at the end of the day. Joey says, let's get behind the team like we did against Arsenal, because that went well. Yep, 279. I could just park up at the cross and get the 279 up. Pete. You about on Sunday, Pete? Sunday morning? Let me know. Let me know, mate. Because all my family still live in the Cross and Oldbrook and that. So, yeah, I need to find out if the Northumberland line's working on Sunday. Because if it is, I'll jump on at the Cross or Enfield Lock or something. Ulrika says, CFT did the right thing. We all need to get behind the team and the manager. Sonny says, Enoch have taken his club as far as they can go, in my opinion. They're not willing to break the monopoly of the big clubs and complete. Now they are getting found out because of it. Enoch has run its time. Mr. Simpleton says, morning, sick note. Missed your show yesterday. Good to see you back on the horse. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. I haven't had a shave, by the way. Got a right mess, but there you go. The car park opposite Enfield station, yeah, anywhere up there. I can jump on the bus, whatever. Or, like I say, the train up to Northumberland if it's on. Sugar gave it to Enoch. Sugar sold it to Enoch because they could do more. Now Enoch should pass it on to someone better. Big up Flicks. Hope you're well, mate. Get over to Flicks as well. New channel. Get over to him if you haven't subbed to him. Get over there, sub to him, and he's putting content out there. Here we go. Yes, Mark, you're right. Nothing from the north. You can access these from London, although I think you can still use the Stansted Express, but check first. Cheers, Jose. Sorry, mate. We seriously need an Enoch out protest. Yeah, we do. We do. We need one sharpish, mate. We need one sharpish. Sorry if I'm missing anyone. Humans in. He says, the trouble is, Mark, the fans that don't protest are acting like Enoch. They will only act when it is too late. Wake up, people. Act early and create your own future. Enoch, get out. And that's how I feel about it, human, I'm afraid. Oh, Ronnie's going in harsh. If the Rat plays Wednesday, the stadium should boo him. Let's see, mate. Let's see. I know there's a lot of not happy people out there with Van der Ven at the moment. So, morning, Marcus. Hope you're well. And says, boo your own players, new low. Ben says, he'll happily get knocked out of the Champions League. We need all our energy to stay up. Agreed. Golden Sun's in, morning, Cookie. Just a badge, not the rest. There you go. Let's get in. Let's get this team fighting a bit more. You know, get a bit more of that Liverpool in there. I think we're going to need a bit more than that. But we'll see. There you go. Haven't won at Anfield since Modric played for us, says Corey. Mate, if a realist, we go down. I'll deal with it, but I would rather stay up. That's where I am, mate. You got to deal with it if you go down, haven't you? You got to deal with it. Let's get positive, people. Ulrika says, and thank you very much to Ulrika, who sent in a super stick. I really appreciate that, Ulrika. I try to be honest at the end of the day, Ulrika. I know that that's not everyone's cup of tea, but I just always try and tell you it from if it would be me in that position. You know what I mean? And everyone's different at the end of the day, but thank you very much. Appreciate that. There you go. Phil says, let's give the owners a free pass till the end of the season. I think that was meant to say not on the end of that, Phil. But there you go. Joey says, CFT no better than Tottenham Hotspur Trust. Listen, if we don't get behind it, how can it happen? How can it happen? If no one shouts from the rooftops, it can't happen. It doesn't mean, you know, we could have 10,000 there. It doesn't mean Enoch are going to leave, but it just lets them know that the fans are not happy. They'll go when they want to go or when they get a bid. They're not going to go because of us, but it might give them a jig in the right direction. Ellie's in. Morning to you, Ellie. Our Ghosted's in. I forgot one there. Hang on. The fans who like Enoch want us to wait until the end of the season, until we're in that championship and can't get rid of Enoch for another 3 to 5 years. And that's the problem, isn't it? We can't do pragmatic. We don't defend that well. So we have to take it to the opposition, go out and press them high up the pitch and make them make errors. Looks like that might be the way to go, Ellie. Yeah, get your Pete. 279, yeah, got you, mate. Thanks, mate. No worries, Pete. I just thought while I was there, say hello, mate. That was all. 3 players from Athletico did not travel to London. Ben says people are desperate for a protest now when it's too late. Daigle, Graham, Ryan, and the crowd did one every single week, and no more than 10 would turn up. You should have supported us then. Yeah, agreed, Ben. Dominic says, I'm behind the team, but not the board and the owners. Spurs rule says, VDV should never play for us again. His mistakes look deliberate. Osbear Flick says, a lot of these Tottenham YouTubers are not really up for a protest. Makes me feel sick, mate. I'm all for it, and have been for many years. I'm the same. Flick, I've been twice in 25 years, and the first time was the West Ham game the other week. I don't want to give them my money, but it's the only way that I can get in there and shout me gob off like I used to when I was up the shelf. Do you know what I mean? I don't care. What are they going to do? Pick me up and throw me out? Pick me up and throw me out then. Good luck to them. I've got a right to say what I want at the end of the day, as long as I'm not being abusive to people. I can say what I want. I hope you're there at the weekend, Flicks. Anyway, if you're down there, let us know. I know this man's going to be there. I will be seeing Sully on Sunday. Big up to you, Sully. He did word it right. Big up to you, Phil. Yeah, come on. Look, I ain't even looked at this today. What's going on here? You not got me to... Oh, yeah, you have. I'm there now. We're at 61 lease. It's all right. That's the missus, that is. And get over to Nanny and Grandad Audits if you like a bit of allotment stuff. Get over there. It's the missus' little channel. She's growing very slowly, but she is growing. There you go. Nanny and Grandad Audits, a sub for us. Thanks very much. And to the 2 marks as well, obviously. Ghosty says, Ulrika, we should be a top club by now. Enoch are unable to take the last required step and need to go. I have no problem with the level they got us to, but it's time to go. Sonny says, Enoch out? Absolutely, Sonny. We'll get a few charts going this weekend. Don't you worry about that. This thing on Sunday talks about the fans welcoming the players, then going into the stadium en masse an hour before kick-off. That will do the club's bar takings the world of good. CFT don't see this. We can speak to Billy. Joey, be in the chat, mate. Ask your questions. By all means, you're more than welcome. So questions that come through, I'll try and star them. We'll only have about an hour, but maybe a little bit more. But put your questions in. Put the stuff in that you want to know. Write them down there and save them for Thursday. Red says he doesn't want to see us get relegated. I also want Enoch out. I just don't see what protesting now and booing players does, apart from having a negative impact. Nothing changes. Red, I'm not booing no player. I'm not booing any player. I want the footballers to succeed, as good or as bad as they are. I want them to keep us up. I want to be outside the ground calling for Enoch out. And when it goes quiet in that stadium, yeah, I will do my best to start Enoch out chant. At half-time, before the game, full-time, whatever. But we need to let them know. Because if no one lets them know, how do they know? If the fans are not going to kick off over it, then they'll be here forever. Again, Red, that's just me, mate. I'm very passionate about this subject. So it's gone from Enoch out to fill their pockets. There you go. If people are going to be in there, they're going to be in there, Joe. And I won't be in there till 5 minutes before kick-off. And if they get a bottle of water out of me, that'll be about it. It's not going to do anything, mate, really. It's just all hopium, mate. It's just like we're all, well, if Igor's not the man, then you better get someone who is. And this is where it goes back to the players again. And are the players good enough? And so on and so forth, Fred. We've only got what we've got at the end of the day. He might be the man now. Now he's got that point. He might be able to lift them. Perhaps he's finally getting through to them. Who knows? Who knows? I know, Ben, but I don't. Man, what can I do, Ben? I weren't on YouTube and all that back then, mate. Do you know what I mean? You know how I felt for a long time, but my thing was to refuse to go to the ground, and I did that. But as far as protests go, it's very difficult, and when you're up north and you're out of the loop. But what can I do, Ben? What can I do, man? I'll do my best. That's all I can do. There you go. Pete, an Arsenal fan. There you go. I'll join you and the Sheriff and everyone for the end of season protest. Just try not to make it on the same day as the title parade. You cheeky sod. Big up to you, Pete. So, yeah, even Arsenal fans, and he's a decent geezer as well. And he will stand there and chant Enoch out. You know what I mean? He's an Arsenal fan, but he knows we're being done a wrong un. Yeah, agree with that, Magic. Agree with that, mate. Mark, you won't get too many viewers moaning and criticising your allotment duties there, mate. Cheers, Dominic. Pete says, ghosted, no offence, but Spurs will never be up there with the Liverpools, Arsenal's, United. I will say you are bigger than City and Chelsea, though. Fair play, Pete. It's all about opinions. Let's carry on down here, see where I am. Oh, I've nearly caught up. There you go. So that must mean it's nearly the end of the show, unfortunately. Spurs rule says Romero and VDV have made the most mistakes this season, and they have the cheek to think they are better than the club. Be an example. Both need to be sold and will be, even if we stay up. Yeah, we start again, mate. If they don't want to be here, fuck them off, mate. Anyone who don't want to be here, get lost. Not interested. I want you here to play for this football club, yeah, because you want to be here. Not because of your wage packet or because you think you're better than everyone else. Dominic says, for me, success for the club would be getting into the top 4 or 5, winning a trophy, maybe every 2, 3, or 4 years. You're all flying here. And last comment I'm going to read out. Queen Ellie, she says, Enoch out protesters are against a wretched ownership. We don't boo the players. We cheer our players on and accept these. We cheer these players on, and these owners need to know their lies and incompetence is not acceptable. Listen, on that, I'm going to say thank you very much to everyone for all the well wishes this morning. And, you know, we're back. We are back. Thank you to Ulrika for the super sticker. We'll see how it goes later today, and we'll see if we're going to pop back this evening or not. If not, make sure to be back for the breakfast brunch tomorrow morning, and obviously there'll be a watch along tomorrow evening. So, you know, even if you're popping in and out, please do. Again, there's many of YouTubers that do watch-alongs. We've only just started doing them. We don't expect everyone to be there, but pop in, leave a comment, leave a like. It really helps us out. But worst ways, we'll see you in the morning. Hopefully, we may be back this evening. Take care, everyone. Have a cracking day. Morning to Fansatch, by the way. Morning to you. I've just seen your name come in. Yeah, relevance comes with success. Absolutely. See you all soon. And as always, come on, you Spurs. Cookie.